she does. Spinning second, walking around a bit. Oh, baby. This thing hauls ass. Okay, well, I did a thing. I bought a car that I didn't think I would own for quite a while because they were still quite expensive, but I saw Fiesta ST go up for quite cheap, and it is a little beat, but I bought it. So we got a 1.6 turbo in here, and we'll do a little walk around first. It's got some stuff going on with the rear fenders, but I'm excited. This thing, like, it pulls so good. It's a nice little torquey unit, and other than the test drive, I haven't driven it yet, so this is kind of my second driving experience. And let's see what it does. Came with some winter tires too. I don't know this neighborhood, so bear with me. It's got much more low end than the Legacy does. If you don't know my other car, it's a 2004 JDM Legacy. So it's a 2-liter turbo with the EJ20Y, and it makes 280 horsepower. And it does have a twin scroll, so for a Subaru it spools up quick. But compared to this little 1.6 EcoBoost, this thing spools way quicker. Stay away from you. Yeah, I'll go this way. Clutch grabs nice and hard. Brakes work. Can't see anything. Just spinning nice. Steering is super direct. It's got a little shift light that tells you when to shift up. I'm only at like 1750 RPMs, but it was telling me to shift up. It wants that efficiency. Damn, it pulls like a freight train. Like when I was test driving this thing yesterday, like the Fiesta STs are supposed to be kind of slow, I thought, and the Focus STs were the faster ones. And like people really like the Fiesta STs because they're short wheelbase and nimble. Like a lot of people I've heard like the Fiesta STs overall experience more than the Focus. But I wasn't expecting it to be this fast. Like it's punchy. I have 173,000 kilometers on it. This is an engine with a timing belt. And I was looking it up yesterday. Ford says their timing belt lasts 150,000 miles, 250,000 kilometers. I find that hard to believe, and so do a lot of other people. And they were looking at the belt manufacturer, and the belt says it lasts 60,000 miles, so 100,000 K. And so I should probably do a timing belt on this thing. So I'm not gonna rip it super hard yet, because I should probably do a timing belt first. But we're still gonna have a little fun with it. Okay, third gear, let's see if we can pass. Nice. Brakes are good. Like, yeah, I don't know how I got this thing for so cheap. It's got some like pretty gnarly rust on it in 3 spots, but it was like 4 or 5 grand cheaper than all the other Fiesta STs. And like, I can't find anything majorly wrong with it, so I don't know. If there is, I have some room to play with money-wise, but I really like it. This thing is cool. These Recaro seats too, they just hug you like crazy. Does the horn work? Nice. Wipers work, but they're old. For a city car, torque is much better than horsepower. Like back when I was working at the BMW dealership, the like the 330i was more fun to drive in like stop and go traffic than the 340i, because the 340i, yeah, it's faster, but it takes a little longer to spool up, and the 330i would like spool up just like that, and it felt faster when you're going slow speeds, when you're just like accelerating up to like 50 and doing like half throttle. It feels faster than these bigger engines with bigger turbos. Where does this bring us? Turn traction off. I've never owned a high horsepower front wheel drive before, so we'll see how quickly I go through front tires. I guess no drifting in this thing either, which is a little disappointing because winter's coming up, but I couldn't pass up this deal, you know? A lot of people kind of fantasize about one car and they want that car and they want it in a certain color and everything, and they're willing to pay a premium for that. Me, on the other hand, I look at all cars, and when something pops up that's below market value, I jump on it. And I've been burnt by that before, but I don't know. It makes for a fun experience. Maybe we'll go this way if that guy's gonna be slow, and then we'll see what she does. Spinning second, walking around a bit. Oh, baby. This thing hauls ass. Damn. How's that rear wiper? How do you even work that? Press this? Smell a little bit of oil, maybe? Oh yeah, and it's a 6-speed too. I have owned, okay, well I've owned 2 cars that were 6 speeds, I guess. One of them, depending on the order that I post these videos, I bought another car as well. And in case I don't post that video first, I'm not gonna tell you about it. But it's a 6-speed as well. Good thing we're not lowered. Jeez. Stiff suspension on this thing though, I like it. A lot of people hate on stiff suspension, but I am a happy camper. I thought that was a cop. Jeez. I forget what type of tires are on here, but that's another thing that I always cheap out on is tires. I always buy used tires. These ones actually seem pretty good and pretty sticky on the test drive. Like, probably not so much in the rain. They look like they're like a sport tire, but no, this thing's nice. I like it. Steering wheel's centered. That always pisses me off when you're driving straight down the road and the steering wheel's like that. Good jump. So, power numbers. I almost didn't even want to look it up because I just wanted to make a first video of like my authentic raw reaction of everything and like not know the power level or anything and like guess. But I did, I had to look it up yesterday. So it's like 197 horsepower that these have. And then torque, I saw a few different things. Somebody said like 200 foot-pounds of torque. Somebody else said 230 foot-pounds of torque. I would honestly believe 230 because it just feels so torquey. Like it feels like it's tuned. It feels like it has like a stage 1 tune or something. Like it wouldn't be tuned with anything crazy because it doesn't have an intake, no exhaust. But I don't know, it just feels faster than I expected it to. I should probably turn around here because I don't know where I'm going. Nice houses out here. Brakes work so good too, they come in right now. Damn. Oh, turning radius. Didn't test that out yet. Yeah, it's good. A little bit of air escaping noise coming from back there. Kind of sounds cool actually. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see with those rear fenders. Like I was talking to Cam and he was saying I could put on some little fender flares to get rid of that rust, cut the rust out, put on like an inch or 2 fender flare, put some wider wheels on. I think that would look really cool and it would hide the rust, but I think for a while at least I'm gonna drive it like this. I think driving cars like in kind of stock form with stock wheel size and everything without putting like aftermarket wide heavier wheels on, you just like, you can drive the piss out of it. You can have so much fun. Like before you lower cars, you can have so much fun. You hit bumps and stuff. You can still keep cruising on back highways like this and not have to slam on the brakes and worry too much about rough roads. So I do like driving it stock, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll throw some fender flares on. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this thing, but I'm just gonna have fun with it while I can, while I'm alive. It could also be to do with the gearing too. Maybe the gearing's shorter on this thing. because the longer gearing you have in vehicles, the slower they feel. Usually the better on fuel they are as well. So like, say a Honda Civic, they have different generations or different gearboxes for different Civics, say in like the 2000s. So I can't remember CX, DX, all that, but like some of them had longer gearing and were just meant for fuel efficiency. And then the sportier ones had shorter gearing, and with the same engine, it's like a whole different experience. It's pretty much the same thing to, if you've ever put smaller tires on your vehicle. I have some videos, or a video of my Ranger like this, and I've experienced this with my Legacy too. If you put an overall smaller diameter tire, your car, you're giving yourself like a mechanical advantage with the gearing. You're essentially making your gearing shorter. So now it's like first gear is like a rocket ship in my Legacy. Like I can't even believe it. And it just accelerates so fast, so much faster. That makes a car really fun. So like even if this thing feels really fast, it has short gearing and it feels really fast, I would rather that over a car with longer gearing and say more power that is faster. I prefer the shorter gearing. Maybe not necessarily less power. I don't prefer less power, but I prefer shorter gearing because it's so lively. Like if you've ever heard of the Mazda Speed Miata, I think for like 1 or 2 years, they made a turbocharged Miata, and it had really short gearing. You have to shift into third like well before you hit 100 kilometers per hour. So second gear only goes to like 75 or 80 kilometers per hour. So really short gearing, which like for racing someone doesn't seem super smart, but when you're driving it, I've seen videos of these things and they just look so engaging to drive. You're just shifting like crazy and you're having so much fun, and you're not like doing jail speeds. Like you're not being super stupid, doing like 200 miles an hour. You can have a lot of fun and just roll through the gears and everything. So I like that. Also, if you're a Fiesta boy or gal, let me know how these, like I'm kind of scared to mod cars because I've been into Subarus for the last number of years. And if you keep a Subaru stock, it's reliable. If you put an intake on a Subaru, it becomes drastically less reliable. And like I've messed with Subaru exhausts, I'm okay with that, but intakes, I had a friend blow an engine with like 13,000 kilometers on it or something. He put a Cobb airbox on and blew up his 2013 WRX. Needed a new engine. So intakes scare me on Subarus. But yeah, let me know if you're a Fiesta boy. Are these things still reliable when you tune them and stuff? Like, I would love to put an intake on this thing, but I'm scared because of my Subaru background. Exhaust would be cool too. I'd probably do intake first because I've never had a car with an intake before. On my ex-girlfriend's Veloster, I put an intake on that just for a day, and it was so fun. I love that induction noise. Like I would love a Honda or something with a intake and hear that VTEC crack and everything. But why do I want a Honda when I got a Fiesta? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this thing's fun. How's that camera angle? Should we go down a little more? Guy want to race? That you could roll through the gears fast in this thing too. I don't like shitty gearboxes like Jared's old Jetta that he had. You couldn't shift fast. It would lock you out a second if you tried to shift quick. So I didn't like that. The other car I bought has a cheaper 6-speed transmission, and it's like really blocky and notchy, and it just doesn't feel super inspiring to shift fast. This transmission, I like this. This is good. It's like, feels pretty much on par with like a Honda shifter. Maybe not the smoothness of a BMW shifter, but like it feels good. You know where the gears are. It feels nice. Yeah, see, 5th gear, lower RPM. It's got some zip to it. Sounds good. It's got a low grumble. It's so cool to experience different cars like this. Talking with my buddy the other night about this, and like we both feel a need to kind of blend in with other people, do what everybody else is doing, work regular jobs and stuff, but it's cool to have your own craft, do some creative stuff like YouTube and things like that too, and experience stuff like this. Like if it was just me living my life, I'm so cheap that like I never would have bought that Civic and turboed it, because like I know when you put money into a car, you never get that money out of it. And the funny thing is with that Civic, I actually made a little bit of money on it, which I wasn't expecting to do. But I got scared and I sold it right away because I didn't want it to blow up. So if you saw my old Turbo Civic videos, I only had it turboed for about a month. I was scared it was gonna blow up. And now I realized through videos on YouTube and everything that you can turbo a Civic, make like 3 times the stock power. And we got an Evo here. Make 3 times the stock power and it'll still be okay. Give them a little sauce maybe. No? Is that an Evo or a Rallier? I don't know the difference. Wait till we go into the bridge here. And we'll give them a little sauce. She moves. Okay, chill out. Chill out. When I bought my first turbocharged vehicle, I got really excited and I was ripping it home. And of course there was a speed trap and they got me going pretty good. So we'll chill. It's one thing I'm trying to work on too, is whenever I throw a camera on and I'm driving, I always feel the need to go so hard because I'm like, I gotta make this video the most exciting that it can be for everyone. And then sometimes the video only gets like 100 views. And it's okay sometimes to just chill and cruise. You don't gotta be a maniac. One thing I didn't check, oh yeah, cruise control. I guess I didn't check a lot of things. I bought this thing yesterday, and like you check everything you can when you're buying a car. But then I went home and I was going to bed and I was like, oh shit, I didn't check this, I didn't check that. I didn't even check the oil yesterday. I feel like this guy wants to cut me off, so we'll just go like that. Okay, cruise control on. Nice. My Legacy doesn't have cruise control. My Ranger doesn't have cruise control, and it's blown up. My other car that I just bought, I don't think it has cruise control. Maybe it does. Okay, well, it's kind of just a boring cruise home from here, so I'm gonna pop over to the slow lane and let you guys know. Let you guys know? I don't know what I'm gonna let you know, but I will let you go later.